We will discuss kinds of sentences according to their construction and meaning. There are four kinds of sentences according to their construction: simple sentences, compound sentences, complex sentences, compound complex sentences. Meaning-wise, kinds of sentences are declarative sentences, interrogative sentences, imperative sentences, exclamatory sentences, optative sentences. Each sentence structure has a different composition depending on the number and placement of clauses. What is clause in a sentence? A clause is a collection of words that includes a subject and a verb and can make up a sentence. A clause is deemed independent if it can stand alone and express a complete idea. A clause is called dependent if it needs another clause in the sentence to complete the idea it is expressing. For example, when he got home from the school is dependent clause. It isn't a complete thought even though it contains a subject and a verb. Simple sentences. A sentence with only one subject and the predicate is called a simple sentence. For example, the sun sets in the west. They play cricket. In a simple sentence, there's only one independent clause. I like coffee and John works at the library are examples of a simple sentences. Each contains one subject, that is I and John, and one verb, that is like and works. Compound sentences. A compound sentence contains two or more main clauses. A compound sentence contains two independent clauses linked by a conjunction. For example, he is rich, yet he is not happy. Night came on, and the room grew dark. Both clauses are complete thoughts and could stand alone if we remove the conjunction yet and. Complex sentences. A complex sentence contains one or more main clauses and one or more subordinate clauses. A complex sentence links one independent clause with at least one dependent clause. For example, the house in which we live is very vast. He went there because he was invited. Compound complex sentences. In a compound complex sentence, there are multiple independent clauses and at least one dependent clause. For example, Randy is in a band, but he is the singer because he can't play an instrument. This is a compound complex sentence. It contains two independent clauses, that is, Randy is in a band and he is the singer, and one dependent clause because he can't play an instrument. Kinds of sentences according to their meanings: declarative, interrogative, imperative, exclamatory, optative. Assertive sentences or declarative sentences. Declarative sentences make a statement. They tell us something. They give us information and normally end with a full stop or period. They tell us whether some action or incident has taken place or not. These sentences may be positive or negative. Declarative sentences are the most common types of sentences. Kinds of declarative or assertive sentences: affirmative, negative, emphatic. Affirmative sentences. The sentences which give us positive statements are called affirmative sentences. For example, we have won the match. Negative sentences. The sentences declaring negation for some task, description, or fact are called negative sentences. For example, we do not help the poor. Emphatic sentences. A sentence that expresses something forcibly is called emphatic sentence. For example, they shall come here. Interrogative sentences. A sentence in which a question is asked is called an interrogative sentence. For example, Do you respect your elders? Imperative sentences. A sentence that expresses a command, a request, a petition, or a suggestion is called an imperative sentence. For example, sit down, come here. Exclamatory sentences. A sentence expressing strong but sudden feelings or sentiments, sadness, happiness, surprise, is called an exclamatory sentence. For example, how foolish you are. Optative sentences. A sentence that expresses a wish, hope, or desire is called an optative sentence. For example, may God help you in this matter. Thank you for watching this video.